Hello, my Soca lovers, and welcome back to the SocaSaySo fete recap. It's been a while since I've seen you, since you've seen me. But we're going to rewind. We're going to reverse it down, wind back, boy, and go all the way back to June 27th when we went to King Swati's all-white birthday bash at Club Nova. It was my first time going to the spot. The spot was really nice. It's spacious. It has a big bar. The party was a nice party. It was not 100% soca. It wasn't billed to be that, so that wasn't a problem. Had good DJs on the bill. People were a little slow to get started to dance, and I think it was mainly because they were dressed in white and they were a little nervous to dance up on each other with the white on. I don't know. Can't speak to it. But I had a nice time at that birthday bash. But then June 29th, went to Moksha at the Village, and that was a Marcus Crew Entertainment, GBM, and Restless One promotions, and that was a good time. That was plenty vibes. There was a lot of talk about it leading up to it, and it was a Juve party. It was an early morning event, and people were telling me to go, and I was saying, no, I don't want to go to an early morning anything. I like my Sundays to myself and my family, but I did go, and I went with the Mud Posse, and boy, was that the best decision ever. Mud held it down. When I tell you ladies was lining up so that they could get mud on them, yes. That section was vibes. The DJs were okay. I'm not going to go down the list this time, guys. You know who you are. There was one DJ who, I don't know if it was his first time DJing, but he needs to come back again with that. I haven't seen him since, so hopefully he's at home practicing. There were some other good DJs. Like I said, they played reggae as well, and it wasn't 100% soca party. At the very end, they played reggae, which is a little weird at the end of a Juve fete, but who am I? What do I know? I'm just on this soca vibe. But Moksha was good, and I think that it will be an even better event next year. I think the security was great, the setup was good, so I'm looking for even better things. And I hear Moksha is going to be in Miami, so maybe some of you are going to go and let me know how that is. In July, on the 13th, they went to Awake, Freeze International's party, and I think it was Awake 3.0, maybe 4.0. I don't know. Freeze, you let me know. Send me a message and I'll correct it. It was a boat ride. I don't do boat rides, but this year I decided to do boat rides for you guys. For those of you who say like me, I don't go on a boat. I don't want to get stuck on a boat that I don't like. I don't want to be out there with these people jumping up. I went for you. And it was a good decision. Awake was a good boat. Awake was an early movement. So it was right after one party, right into next into Awake. And everybody came on ready to fet, ready to jam down, ready to go. And the DJs did not disappoint. We were jamming from before we left the dock. So Awake was a very good look. I heard it was a good look last year. Now I know it was a good look this year. So we'll see if there's going to be more Awakes coming down the road. Freeze, let us know. On July 19th, there was Noon Pump. It had put on by Super Roy, and it had a cute concept that caught a lot of people. And the concept was, it was basically a free boat ride. You had to pay for a ticket, and when you get to the boat, then you hand in your ticket and you get back your money. Supposedly, a lot of people get free tickets to things and then they don't go. And Freeze wanted to do an appreciation party, but he wanted people to have some sort of incentive to actually come if they took a ticket. So he could, I guess, so he could have a good head count. I don't know what that part was, but People came out in droves for another early boat ride, and it was good. People came out to have fun. I guess from those two parties, the crowd was a good crowd. They were into it. They were into the soca. They wanted the soca. They didn't want to. They didn't really want to hear anything else. Although on Noon Pump there was reggae, it wasn't a lot of reggae, and everybody was excited. So much so that later on there became an AM pump, and there may be another pump coming up later. I'm not sure. I went to a few backyard barbecues because, of course, it's summertime, and that's what people do. And lo and behold, I went, and some of the DJs that I like played at barbecues. DJ M1 played at a barbecue, and Hyper Bass played at a barbecue that I went to this summer, and they both played really, really well. And it was good to be in an outdoor environment and taking in the nice warm nights, and the seeing the stars in the sky. Like, I love the summer. Don't you guys love the summer? Oh, I can't take it. I don't want the cold to come back. Well, whatever. I went to Grenada Day on July 19th, and that was awesome. It was at a new venue, and it was at a bigger venue, and it was supposed to be bigger and better, and they had a different setup for where the food was going to be and when the vendors are going to be, and then the stage, different than in the past. And walking in, it was a good setup, but the security was a problem, and security and letting people in at the door became a problem. There just wasn't enough direction of where people should be going, so it was basically just a mass of people at the door trying to get in. So of course that caused problems, and that caused a bottleneck, and then they had to stop letting people in after a certain time. So let's hope that they can get that figured out soon, as in by next year, because a lot of people came out. Boy, Grenadians, y'all don't play. Then on talking about Grenadians, July 26th, went to Come Clean, Leave Dirty. And that was a nice vibes. Now, I have to be honest, I did get there late, so I did miss most of the party. I got about 2 hours of party, and people were there all day because it started in the late afternoon, early evening hours. I think like 4 or 6 o'clock it started, and I didn't get there till so I got the last of the party, and I had a really good time in that last bit of the party. And people who were there earlier said, they were tired because they had been jumping up and winding down for so many hours. So it was a good time. The only problem I had was the time. It was on Saturday, and it started early and it ended early, and I had errands to run. Other than that, like, I would have been in there jamming down with everybody else. But music was great. I didn't hear enough 2014 Grenada Soca for my liking. I wanted to be inundated and washed over with it, and like nauseated to the fact that I didn't know all the words and I didn't know all the songs, but that didn't happen. I knew every single song that was played. So I was missing a little newer music, but it was a great, great, great time. So that was wonderful. But that was June and July, guys. Stay tuned for September, because we're skipping over August, because in New York, the first 2 weeks of August don't exist based on Toronto Carnival, Barbados Carnival, and Grenada Carnival. And then the last 2 weekends, sorry, I was just tired, and I was just living my life, doing my thing. But stay tuned for the Labor Day recap. Hi, guys.